Hi Capricorn, welcome to April. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I get started with your reading, let's talk about the astrology. So Mercury moves into Taurus, your sister sign, on the 4th. And then we have a full moon in Libra on the 6th. Venus moves into Gemini on the 12th. And then we have a solar eclipse, new moon in Aries on the 20th. And then Mercury in Taurus goes retrograde on the 21st until May 14th. So we'll get into the astrology later. Let's see what the cards say for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for the month of April? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for April 2023? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for April 2023? The Six of Wands, the King of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Hangman, the Four of Cups, the Strength card, and the card at the bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. So interesting. Love is on this month. And career success. I mean, how could you not have a Capricorn reading without any career stuff? I mean, gotta have it. So here we have the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory. I think it's more, well, it could be victory in a relationship, but I feel like it's career success. You're being recognized for the work that you do. Six of Wands is, and you have, if it is a victory, I feel like it's victory at work, but it could also be victory in a relationship. Like if you've had your eye on someone, maybe you're finally going to make some progress with this person. Because I have the King of Cups here crossing. Now the King of Cups energy, I like the energy of the King of Cups. It could be a water sign or someone with water in their chart, like moon or rising. But the energy of the King of Cups, first of all, it's a king, so it's mature. Mature energy. As opposed to these two knights, which can be immature energy. So if someone's coming into your life this month, they're going to be someone who is serious about relationship. Not a player, like you may have experienced in the past. The King of Cups is very compassionate, very sensitive. As a matter of fact, they have deep feelings, but they don't always show those feelings. They keep them hidden because they're afraid of rejection. So, I like the energy of the king. He has healing energy. He could be working in healthcare. He could be a counselor. He cares very deeply about his friends, his family. He'll do anything for his children. And this could be he or she. Someone that you could really talk to, and you feel like they hear you, they understand you, and you can tell them anything. That's the energy of this King of Cups. And that's going to be, this is in the present, so you may already know this person, especially since it's a king. But maybe this month is when they might approach you. In the past, you have the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands energy, this could have been someone that you were involved with in the past. The Knight of Wands can be someone who's kind of a player. So you might have been involved with someone that was a little bit more of a player. They're a lot of fun. And when they're with you, but then, they make promises they don't deliver. They're like, yeah, someday we're going to do this, or I'll call you next week, and you don't hear from them. I feel like that energy is on its way out. You're getting tired of that. Now you do have, you have the Two of Cups here. So you are looking for a soulmate connection. But you have the Seven of Pentacles in the recent past. So you're thinking like, okay, I'm planting seeds, but I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know, where is this going to go? You're wondering, like, am I ever going to, is it like, if you're dating the Knight of Wands, you're thinking, I don't know if this is going to work. Is this ever going to amount to anything? If you're not dating anyone, you might be wondering, am I ever going to meet anyone that's worthy of my time? But hang on, because I think that a soulmate connection is on the way. The other meaning for the Knight of Wands could be thinking about changing a job or changing your residence. So you might be thinking, I feel like you've been kind of dissatisfied with your current state of affairs, either through dissatisfied with your work situation or your relationship situation, and you're thinking, maybe I need to move on. Maybe I need to find something new or get involved in something new. Because I feel like whatever might have been promised you in the past, no, but they didn't deliver. Whoever promised you something, it was all talk and no action. But you are very talented. You've got the Six of Wands here, and people are recognizing you. They know you're talented. And if you haven't been recognized in the past, I feel like things are going to start to change where you are going to be recognized. And especially, you've got this Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So the Ace of Wands as a time card is March, April, May. So spring, the spring months. And I feel like it's going to be more like the end of April, where new energy is coming in. The Ace of Wands is like planting a new seed. So maybe you've already started planting some seeds or started thinking about change. Where can I make changes in my life where I can bring in love and I can bring in a better career path or a better job? And those are the things, that's the energy that you're going to be working with this month. And you have the Knight of Cups here. This could be someone reaches out to you. It's possible the King of Cups is going to be, this King of Cups, I feel like someone's going to reach out to you this month with some type of proposal, maybe an invitation. Like, hey, you want to get together, you want to go for dinner, you want to have some drinks or something. It could also be someone reaches out to you with a career opportunity, because the Ace of Wands can be either or. It's new energy, it's exciting energy. You're going to be enthusiastic about it. So if someone says, hey, I've heard about, we need to hire this new person, you're the perfect person, we'd like you on our team, you're going to be excited about it. If it's a person that you've had your eye on, possibly that you've met through work even, they may reach out to you and say, hey, you want to get together? So one way or another, I feel like you're going to have romance this month. You have the Queen of Cups here. Now, the Queen and the King, you have the two court cards. This is like the soulmate connection. When you have the King and the Queen of the same suit, and then you have this Two of Cups, I feel like you have been dealing with people that were not really relationship material. Like they were okay for fun times, but nothing stable, nothing that would lead to commitment. I think that's going to change. I think that you have the potential to meet someone that you could really connect with this month. And especially toward the end of the month, around the eclipse time. You've got in your environment the Hangman. The Hangman is about, number one, needing to be patient, because you need to have, like the universe, everything is timing. And things may not happen when you want them to happen, and then you may think, well, this isn't going to work. Just be patient, because things are shifting. I feel like the energy is shifting. Hangman means giving something up for something better. So you may be moving from a relationship that's just so-so into a relationship where you really have a good connection. A job even that has not been delivering what they promised. Maybe you feel undervalued, underappreciated. You've got this Four of Cups here. This is a card of dissatisfaction, boredom. They're not utilizing your skills in the fullest potential. You could do so much more, but you're not being recognized, or you haven't in the past. That is going to change. I feel like someone sees your value, and someone is going to offer you either a new job or promotion in your current situation. But I don't know. I feel like you might possibly move on to some other company. And also in relationship, if you're not happy in your current relationship, I feel like something is going to be offered to you where you have an opportunity to shift into a new, more compatible with person that's a better fit, more of a soulmate connection, rather than, like, you have these two knights, if these represent people offering you love, the Knight of Wands is just a player. The Knight of Cups is a dreamer. Like they're looking for this perfect princess, and if that person doesn't live up to their idealized image, then it can't work. I mean, they're just not of this earth. They're not dealing with reality. They're like just dreaming about. You want someone who's mature and who understands that we're not perfect, that relationships need to be worked on. You want someone who's on your page. And I feel like you can have that with this King of Cups. And then you have the Strength card. The Strength is learning how to tame the beast within. Learning how not to react when someone pushes your buttons. Learning how to control and express your anger in a healthy way. Learning how to get your needs met without having a major come apart. So if that's you, you have to learn how to not go to extremes of light or dark, you know, like, oh, nothing's working out. Or it could also mean that you have been dealing with someone who has anger issues and they have a hard time, you know, controlling their anger, and they may need some counseling. If you're in a relationship with someone who has low self-esteem or has some psychological issues that need to be worked at, counseling could help. But it's also, and you know, because I feel like there is someone in your life that you're just wanting to help. The card on here, the lion has a nail, a thorn in its paw, and this woman on the card is taking the nail out. It's trying to help heal this lion. And so the lion has the power to make her his next meal, you know. But because he knows she's trying to help, he's not going to hurt her. So you could be trying to help someone through some kind of psychological issue, but that's a separate thing than this king-queen energy. I just feel like someone new is coming in that may, like you may be helping this person, but you're not getting anything back in return. Like you're doing all the giving. You're helping this person, but they're not showing you any kind of reciprocal love or attention. And you don't deserve that either. You know, you deserve to be with someone who values you. And you're going to have that. I feel like you can have that. There's potential for that. For new beginnings this month. Both in career and in love. Where you move away from something that hasn't been serving you. That hasn't been giving you what you deserve and what you need. And move into something that's a better, much better fit. So let's see what the angels have to say. For Capricorn. What message do the angels need to? Well, what message does Capricorn need to hear from the angels, I should say? Okay, let's see. Prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me to believe that all is possible through love. Help me manifest my dreams and live an inspiring and fulfilling life. Help me to feel God's presence in every moment. Help me to feel eternally loved. Thank you for always being by my side. So, the angels want to tell you that they're there for you. They will help you, but they can't intervene without your request. So you have to ask for help. You have to pray to the angels or ask to the angels, say, please help me out of this dilemma. Please help me find my perfect mate. Please help me move out of an unfulfilling job or career situation and help me find the right path. And they will help you. And I feel like that things are going to shift, especially towards the end of the month. There's going to be some new energy that's going to get you excited again. If you've been feeling like you're in a rut and you're stuck, you are going to get the recognition you deserve and the love you deserve. So let's see what the astrology has to say. So yeah, you've got a full moon in your career sector in the 10th house on April 6th. And in your 4th house, you have the Sun, Jupiter, and Chiron. So there is some healing that needs to be done around home and family. And also work-life balance. Maybe you've been so focused on career or focused on home, either one. Some of you might have been focused on helping a family member heal, or someone has been focused. You're seeing the truth at this full moon of where you need to find balance. Because Libra is about compromise, seeing things from another person's perspective, whereas Aries energy is more selfish, like it's my needs, my needs. So this full moon is wanting you to learn how to balance your needs with the other person's needs. And it's also, because it's 4th and 10th house, it's angular. it's going to be more significant for you, where you have to find that work-life balance. Like, yeah, so if you spend time in your career, you have to leave time for family. If you spend a lot of time with family matters, because everyone needs you, but you're neglecting your career. So you have to find that a way to balance your schedule so that both areas get attention. But Jupiter in the 4th is bringing you opportunity, and the Sun in the 4th. So there's a lot of activity going on around your home. And especially, I feel like with Chiron there are some issues around home and family that you need to heal within yourself. Maybe early childhood programming, where it would help you in both areas, in your relationships and also in your career. Now, Mercury just moved into your 5th house in Taurus. Venus is there. The North Node is there. Uranus is even there. But it's not making any aspects right now at this full moon. But Mercury is conjunct the North Node. So Mercury wants you to find the right method of self-expression. Mercury is about communication. And the 5th house is the house of fun. It's the house of romance. It's the house of creative self-expression, children. So where do you need to... Maybe you need to do something creative. Maybe you need to take some time out and do something fun and creative. Maybe you need to leave time for love and romance. Maybe you've been working too hard and focusing on everybody needs me, my family, my career, and you don't have time for love. It's time to make time. Mercury can also bring a message in. Mercury's going retrograde this month. So it could mean that someone from the past comes back and you hear from someone, and there's a potential for romance, especially with this Knight of Cups in your reading. I feel like love is on this month, and it may be unexpected. It may come in unexpectedly. You might just get a sudden message or an invitation, like, hey, you want to get together? I'm seeing that. Mars is in your 7th house of partnerships. So you might be fighting with a partner if you're in a committed partnership, but you're also learning how to deal with the issues. You're having the courage to speak up and to talk about what's bothering you. So if you've kept things to yourself, maybe now it's time to talk about it and say, hey, I've been putting up with this for a long time and now I need to talk about it. And so it will either make or break the relationship, but at least you're not holding things back. You can work hard to make a relationship work, or you could speak up and finally, resolve things. Saturn is in your 3rd house. It just moved into Pisces. So you could be butting heads with some relatives. Saturn can sometimes bring a lot of work around a communication project. Maybe you're getting involved in something new. Or it could be some marketing situation or some web design or communications situation. And you feel like it's a heavy burden. But once the work is done, it's going to give you a lot of kudos. So just do the work. But you could also be having some struggles with family members, brothers, sisters. Maybe they're being more conservative. They're not happy with your partner. Maybe you've been spending a lot of energy on someone they don't like. So you could be having some butting heads over that. Venus in the 5th, though, is forming a sextile with Neptune in the 3rd. You need to get out more. If you've been all work and no play, you need to get out in the environment. Get out and mingle, because there could be romance in your local environment. And it could be very romantic. Venus and Neptune is very romantic. If it's not a romance, it could be some creative project. Maybe you want to get involved, get together with some creative people and do something creative. Do some art, music, film, photography, whatever whatever method or media you need to express yourself. Pluto has just moved into your 2nd house. So it's been in your 1st house since 2008. And you've gone through a lot of changes. Pluto has helped you to become empowered, to stand in your power. You may have dealt with a lot of people, powerful people that were abusing their power. You might have had to deal with some bullies and had to crack the whip or hold up the chair, set some boundaries. But I feel like you're coming out, with Pluto leaving your 1st house, you're becoming stronger. You're learning how to stand up to people and not let people get away with abusing you in one way or another. Not physically, but like just by being a bully. You're learning how to say, no, I'm not dealing with that, and confronting the bully. Now it's moving into your 2nd house, You're going to be working on your financial situation and your self-esteem and learn to become empowered financially. Where have you been spending your money? How can you better invest your money to bring you security, to bring you greater wealth? Because Pluto represents wealth. The new moon solar eclipse is happening in your 4th house. And that's at 29 degrees Aries. So that can mean an ending and a new beginning at the same time. It could eclipse a male figure from your life. Someone leaves your home suddenly. But it could also mean a new beginning in your home. Maybe you decide to move in with someone or move to a new location. Jupiter is still there until May. So if you're looking for a new house, it's a perfect time. Chiron is also in your 4th house. You're still working on that healing. Healing, it would be good to look at areas from your early childhood that may have programmed you in a certain way, that you need to work out. Some wounds from early childhood to help you feel more secure. Then we have Mercury and Uranus coming together in your 5th house. That is definitely love. Unexpected surprise development. You could have a message come in that relates to love. Or, well, the 5th house matters. Love, children, creative project. Something unexpected can happen at this full moon. Or just after the full moon. The new moon, I'm sorry. And you can't, with Uranus, you really don't know. The last thing you ever expected is what you would, like if you're thinking, oh, this person's going to call me. It might be someone you never thought of in a million years. So you're going to get some unexpected message, unexpected communication, unexpected opportunity coming out of the 5th house that's going to bring fun into your life. Someone may call you up and say, hey, let's do something together. Someone you never dreamed of in a million years. And this Mars is also in your 7th house. It's sextile is Mercury and Uranus. So it's going to involve relationships. It could be, it could work 2 ways. It could be a new romance. Suddenly someone calls you and invites you out. It leads to a partnership, a committed partnership down the road. It could mean a new business partnership where someone says, hey, I heard you're really good at what you do. I want you to work on my website or my whatever. I have this project for you, this creative project that you're the perfect person for. And so be prepared for that too. Venus is now in Gemini in your 6th house. So things at work, your day-to-day relationships on the job, your work environment, is going to become more harmonious. The only problem you might have is with Saturn in the 3rd, because Venus is squaring Saturn. So you may be afraid to speak up about certain things, or you may feel restricted in saying what you need to say. You need to speak up. Try to overcome that. Or it's possible that you want to move ahead on some career aspect, but Saturn is blocking you. There's some hurdles you have to overcome, or there's some work you have to finish before you can move ahead. But overall, I think this is good. And Mercury going retrograde in your 5th house, right after this eclipse, is definitely, it can bring someone from the past back into your life. That can bring romance and fun back into your life. Someone that you once were connected to. Mars is squaring Chiron, so you have some healing to do. There might be some healing that needs to happen in a relationship. Maybe there's some issues you need to talk about. But Jupiter's in your 4th house, so it's giving you an opportunity to make progress in that area, to be more optimistic about your home and family. This new moon is squaring Pluto in an out-of-sign square. So there could be, where is Pluto in your 2nd house? There could be some issues around money to deal with family. You could have some kind of power struggle around finances or money at this time. But I really feel like love is on this month. And it could come in unexpectedly. And it could be someone from the past. That's the feeling I'm getting. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what's going on in your life, if this reading resonated with you. This is a general reading, so it may not apply to everyone. If you'd like a private reading that speaks only to you and your situation, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can get you scheduled. In the meantime, have a wonderful April and a happy Easter if you're celebrating. And I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.